Well, imagine that. It's Thursday, so it's time for the Wednesday Q&A. Go figure, right? Thanks again to all you guys that submitted your questions to me. Remember, it's Monday and Wednesdays that I am supposed to do the Twitter portion of the Q&A, and then Friday you go to the Facebook fan page for the show, and you post your questions in response to the status that I post on there on that given week asking for your questions. Let's get started with this Q&A, though. Seems like I've been angering some of you this week, so let's see if I can keep that streak alive, damn it. Burn Notice 3216 asks, on a scale of 1 to Shawn Michaels, how legendary will Heath Slater's career be? I didn't realize Shawn Michaels was the gold standard of legendary in terms of careers, but apparently in Notice 3216's mind, Shawn Michaels is the 10 of 10s. Hey, whatever, I guess. Never mind the fact that 4 of the best years the company had were after Shawn Michaels stepped aside due to his back injury. Just saying, just saying. Oh, now Burn Notice 3216 is pissed off at me. So I'm off to a flying start here. It won't be legendary at all. Sorry. Maybe a 1.5, maybe a 2, if we're lucky. I guess. At the Warrior 70 asks, do you think Rey Mysterio versus John Cena should have main evented SummerSlam 2011? Yeah. I remember talking about this back in 2011. You know, Rey Mysterio, John Cena, that was one of those unique type of matchups you just hadn't really seen a whole lot. Why not wait to do that at SummerSlam? You know, yeah, everybody would sat there and said it would be predictable that Cena would win, but it still would have had the feeling of being something big, something different. It would have been a different main event, God knows, at a time that the company needed it. So 2 of your bigger babyface stars squaring off, that feels like a special attraction. So I would maybe considered it for sure. Aponte J. Smooth, especially considering what the fuck they chose to do. If John Cena were to beat Lesnar at SummerSlam, would that be a big slap in the face to The Undertaker? Not necessarily, because, I mean, ultimately Taker decided to sign off on the streak ending. You know, it might not have been his idea necessarily, but he still signed off on it. He still went with it. And I still will always argue that it was a dumb decision. Cena beating Lesnar at SummerSlam would just be stupid on one hand. It would just represent so many things that are wrong with the WWE, although I think, frankly, Lesnar winning at SummerSlam represents many other problems to the WWE. It's kind of like a no-win situation for me here, but I don't think it's a slap in the face to The Undertaker. It'd probably be more of a slap in the face to the fans, if anything. Javier Artalbo asks, should Miz versus Ziggler at SummerSlam have a no-hitting in the face rule because of Miz's moneymaker gimmick like in 92? Oh, God, Shawn Michaels versus Rick the Model Martel. Oh, fuck, you can't hit in the face. No hitting in the face. It would only work if Ziggler had some type of shtick like that. Ziggler doesn't, so that gimmick really doesn't work. Yeah, you could have Miz incorporate it, but it just doesn't come off the same, I don't think. Treyon13 asks, which tag team should have held the tag titles before they were broken up, the Real Americans or the Team Rhodes Scholars? Out of those 2 teams, you can make an argument for both carrying the straps. I probably would have went with Rhodes Scholars at their time. I thought that they should have been the tag champions and still don't get why they weren't. At D_Rizzle, what's your opinion of the situation in Ferguson? Several fold. Number 1, surprise, surprise. Police officers treating young black males in a less than positive light. Surprise number 2, an excessive use of force leading to the tragic death of a young unarmed individual. That surely that police force, that police officer or officers involved will not be accountable for their actions. Also, go to figure, instead of a community rallying behind something and really trying to affect positive change and reminding the fucking police that the police work for the community, not the community living in fear of the goddamn police. You've got idiots and morons sitting there trying to thug and bug and then fucking sitting there and looting and robbing and setting fires and rioting. And what the fuck do you think that's going to accomplish? What positive change are you going to affect doing that dumb dick shit? Cut it out. All you do is take away from the focus of what should really be emphasized. You take away from what should really be discussed, what should really be debated, what should really be talked about. So that way we can go rob Hibbett Sports and Foot Locker and take some fucking Jordans, because that's the way to get back at racial inequality in this country. You stupid fucks. Seriously. Moving on. The Doctor underscore 2012. Why has the WWE kept their world title 2 belts instead of making it a simple belt or single belt? Oh, it's very simple. Merchandising. Why sit there and have just the one title when you can have 2? I mean, it doesn't get much simpler than that. That's why they do it. That way they can still, sell the newer version of the WWE Championship, and they could still sell that old traditional World Heavyweight Championship. You got to remember, it hadn't been too long since they introduced that new WWE Championship, so you got to get your mileage out of that. That's why they do it, and I don't anticipate it changing anytime soon, and nor do I necessarily blame the company for that. A Smith 906 asks, at the end of Raw, it looked like they were teasing Hogan versus Brock. Do you think they will go there, and do you want to see it? What in the blue hell makes you think they would ever go there? Ever? Furthermore, do I want to see it? Hell no, I wouldn't want to see it. I didn't really want to see it back when it happened in 2002. 2014, with a Hulk Hogan with a stimulator, attached to his freaking spine. God, no, I wouldn't want to see that. Never, ever, ever. They weren't teasing it. They were just sitting there and trying to get heat on Lesnar for interrupting Hulk Hogan's birthday bash and hoping that some people remembered the history or small history between the two of them. ALC 729 asked, do you think that Roman Reigns versus John Cena will be the main event next year at SummerSlam 2015? If they don't go with Cena Reigns at WrestleMania 31, which again I think is a cop-out and chicken shit way to do it, even though it's a possibility that would be what they would do, then yes, that would be, in my thought at this point in time at least, the big money match for next summer would have to be Reigns-Cena at SummerSlam for the title. I think that would have to be it. That's the big special attraction match. So I'd be surprised if they didn't do it at some point in time in 2015. Like I said, if you're going to wait till 2015, I think WrestleMania is the better time to do it because it means more. There's more significant, but you can still get away with doing it at SummerSlam. Man God 45 asked, do you think CM Punk would have won the Royal Rumble if Batista never came back? No. He was booked to face Triple H all along. So there's no way he was winning the freaking Rumble. It was pretty much going to go down the same way it actually did. I mean, because they didn't know, in terms of if Batista didn't come back, they were still planning on doing Punk versus Triple H, I think, all along, because Triple H needs his big Mania payout after all. So they call me YDG. Who is the most undeserving WWE champion in the past decade? Most undeserving WWE champion in the past decade. In terms of number of title reigns, Randy Orton. I think ADR definitely fits into that category, and as would Sheamus with his first title reign. Holy Christ. I mean, they really rocket shipped his ass. But I'd probably go with ADR or Sheamus. Dexter C73 closes out this Q&A by asking, will we ever see a World Tag Title or Intercontinental Title match main event a pay-per-view again? Sure. Just go watch SummerSlam 92. Just saying. Hell no, that ain't happening anytime soon, nor do I envision it ever happening again. If it does, I'd be stunned. There's no way that they would take one of those lesser tier titles that they just don't give a shit about and build an entire pay-per-view around that title match main eventing the show. Just not happening. No way, shape, or form. I can't see it. Thanks to all of you guys that submitted your questions for this quick Q&A. Hopefully I'll get my stuff together and have it done Friday, the Facebook Friday Q&A. Actually have it recorded, uploaded on Friday. We'll see. Make sure you check out the SummerSlam review series. The last installment of it, SummerSlam 2012, is coming up today as well. About to record it as we speak here now. Thanks to all of you that check out this channel, submit your questions, stay tuned all week and weekend long for more great content, or content, I guess you'd say, here on OTRS Central.